Happening now, it's Stress Awareness Month. It's a good time for all of us to look at the stressors in our lives and take a closer look at how we can manage it better. WSFA 12 News reporter Bethany Davis live in the studio with an expert this morning. Bethany, nearly all of us deal with some sort of stress at least every day.
Yeah, there's actually an American Institute of Stress. Listen to these numbers. It says 77% of people experience stress that's so severe it affects physical health. 73% of people have stress that impacts their mental health. This is Bianca Austin, who's a therapist with Samaritan Counseling Center. We should mention that stress is not necessarily always super negative. There are different types of stresses. We just need to learn how to recognize the differences.
Right.
How can we do that?
Just being more mindful and aware of what's going on with our surroundings, checking in with family and friends. When you practice mindfulness, you're staying in the present moment, and then you become more aware of what's going on, like with your health and things like that. And you can feel different things in your body of when you're starting to get really overwhelmed and stressed.
What are some of the most common causes of stress? The stress that leaves us feeling very overwhelmed.
Like jobs stress, family or friend, like relational stress. School could be a stressor, just to name a few things.
How do we recognize the time when it's becoming too overwhelming? How do we recognize when that stress becomes something that we might need to take a little more into consideration?
Whenever you realize that you're not able to complete like day-to-day activities, or when you start to avoid certain things, that's an indicator that you're probably being stressed for long periods of time.
Yeah, speaking of that, chronic stress is actually linked to 6 of the leading causes of death. Those are heart disease, cancer, lung ailments, accidents, cirrhosis of the liver, and suicide. That's all according to the American Psychological Association. This morning, Bianca will stick around. We're going to talk a little bit about how to manage that stress, how to manage it, Jasmine, before it becomes too overwhelming.
All right, Bethany, tips that we can all use. According to the Mental Health Foundation, 51% of adults who felt stressed also reported feeling depressed, and 61% reported feeling anxious.